Sorry about that. If you even heard it, me clearing my throat. So let's check. Let's check. Can you hear? 5 minutes late. I give myself a 5-minute window. Right on the line. I'll take late. I'll just take the late. If it was a couple minutes, I may fight it. I give myself a 5-minute window personally, but I'll take it. But let's just check. 1, 2, 3. So I'll ask the question anyway. Are we live? I said, are we live? Looks like we are. VigilanteWilliamson here on the 5th episode of me playing this Mario 64 mod. I see not only Retro Richard, but the weight down here. Oh, some James Brown.
1, 2, 3, ho!
We'll probably get in trouble for that. Probably get in some trouble for that, even though there's many people in the sample James Brown. Hey, Real Wade. Appreciate seeing you here as well. So, yeah. Awesome stuff. I am live. That's good. Live and alive, at least for now. Is that going to... Yep, it updates. Alrighty. So, the only reason this stream is happening is because I wanted to do Streets of Rage. Oops. What the hell did I just do? Just want to make sure the controller. You have 3 streams tomorrow? Wow. Putting in work. Putting in work. We already beat the game. And saw that hussy cheat on Mario with our boy X. I'm missing something? That's the Tall Mountain. Oh, Tron Legacy. I only saw that movie once, but I think that movie was very underrated. Obviously, it's noted. The soundtrack. Oops, why do I keep doing this? I did this last time. The soundtrack is noted. Oh Jesus, these cameras. You're playing Streets of Rage on Retro Art. I always have so much issue with Retro Art. I mean, I may give it another try. Why can't I? How am I fucking this up? By the way. Oh, there it is. We have 2 guests already last minute. Fuck. Oops, shit. That star? Oh yeah, cool. Walk in the star. As usual.
Mission accomplished.
Low spec to walk you through setting up. Never had a problem with the sensor. You know, if low spec shows up, maybe I need to get him. Want to be a star exactly. Apparently not no more. Shit. We're seeing all this shit coming on with Diddy. Did Diddy do all the diddling by himself? It doesn't seem like he did. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if we'll ever know. I mean, I think a lot of people got Diddy, who's already quote unquote on suicide watch. I know I probably shouldn't say that word. But a lot of people got Diddy Epsteining himself. Even people who are not necessarily conspiratorial minded have figured out this much. You know what I'm saying? Which I mean should be surprised to no one in this day and age with how crazy, like I said, you know, Boeing, so many other issues. Diddy's situation makes you depressed. You must have really been a fan of the guy. You know, I mean, maybe some decent song. Look, the whole rapping. This is the music industry. And, you know, I keep telling the story of that barber that I knew who This is the late 2000s. Why did I fall for that twice? Maybe 2008, 2009. He said he was propositioned directly by Keith. Well, everything I say is alleged. He's propositioned directly by Keith Murray and sort of indirectly by Busta Rhymes. So, you know what I mean? That's out there. That's something that a barber who was signed as a singer told me. And told a few of us who went to his barber shop, and you know, it was 2000s. It was even before that infamous On to the Next video, which is, you know, one of those first, and before Lady Gaga's reign, where a lot of satanic imagery became a lot more obvious. But yeah, we didn't believe him, and you know, eventually I switched. You know, became kind of, okay, guy again, a little bit more conspiratorial, maybe to a fault, some may say. But oh man, I mean, now we know. We know that something's right. And it's not just the music industry, it's the whole entertainment industry. And it's not new. It's not new. You know, Corey Haim and what's the other one? Corey Feldman, he's the one who survived. But they were trying to tell us, you know what I'm saying, what they went through as kids. So this is not new. Hey, Central Dildo. Yeah, Hollywood's the same thing. Oh, so you was Bad Boy all the way. Yeah. Basically, your college football show to Tuesday. So you have 2 streams on Plan Plus. Okay, I see. I've not been paying attention to college football. Like I said, Michigan's already out for all intents and purposes. So, as much as I do, you know, I would consider myself a sports fan, but I would also consider myself a much more casual, not VW casual, but just casual in general, sports fan. Damn it, missed the corner. I'm gonna die. It's not. What's the start? Cool. Oh yeah, I remember hearing that rumor. You know, the first person I heard that rumor with was Sierra, Russell Wilson's current wife, Future's ex. But yeah, I'm definitely, you know, I definitely was someone even saying that back then. By the time she came, I was like, oh yeah. I forgot. But I just knew that there's no way that's a chick. And she's Harley Quinn now in that soon to be released and probably shitty Joker movie. But no, that's not ain't no woman, it's a man, baby. Oh, the co-host was sick. I see. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, ain't no woman, it's a man, baby. Shit, that joke probably even was like a little bit of a tip to how Hollywood works. Because, you know, they like hiding shit in plain sight. We just thinking it's a joke. Not knowing, oh, that's how Hollywood works. Ain't no woman, it's a man. We just thinking, oh, it's just, oh, ha ha. Tee-hee-hee, Austin Powers. It's a joke. Nah. It's real life. Oh, shit, I can't. Oh, shit. So I keep forgetting I can't pause. Big Hollywood producers have rooms and offices where they fuck girls who wanted fame back in the 50s. Some of them was into Satanism even back in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? And witchcraft even back in the 40s and 50s. I don't know if they did. And listen, I didn't bring up Satan. You did. I didn't bring up, you know, Molech and all the guys. I don't know if somebody else in the chat did, so don't quote me. You know, I'm still trying to play the game. And if I misspoke, cause I know sometimes I slur my words and then y'all think I said something. No, I didn't bring up that element. I was leaving that alone. I guess I did kind of reference that on to the next one. But I was just saying that in reference to just the idea that the industry is not at face value, that there's something else behind that door. But honestly, you'll be surprised. Some of these motherfuckers have on record things of them being into witchcraft and spirits and shit like that, even back then. But that notwithstanding, because I don't have to, whether or not that's the thing. I mean, I think I did mention satanic imagery with the videos, because I guess because that goes along with it. I wasn't necessarily saying that the sex stuff was satanic per se, but just that the whole facade of the entertainment industry being taken at face value. So I you know what? I take that back. I should have clarified. I think it all unraveled, at least with me. It all came together. You know what I mean? The fact that there was the eyes wide shut angle, which I mean is a combination of the sex magic and all that other stuff, and just the fact that there was blackmail. There's the I can't remember the guy talking about how they get these rappers drunk and they record them doing stuff and blackmail them into shitty deals. And so just the whole facade of the entertainment industry, not just necessarily whether or not things are satanic, even though obviously that became a big part of it, but just the whole, hey, these stories that we hear about how they came up may be true, maybe not. Maybe there's some fuckery involved. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole thing, I guess, is what I'm, because it all came together. But you're right. You know what I mean? There are, Weinstein, I don't think he gave two shits about Molette. He just wanted to fuck chicks that he knew he couldn't pull in real life. That was half the reason he wanted to be in Hollywood. It wasn't even the money. He was just so simped out. He was like, oh man, we can fuck all. Wasn't that on record of him saying that to like his brother or somebody? Like, man, we'll be able to fuck all the hot women. But he cared more about that than the money. He just wanted the badussy so bad. So he was just simped out. And a lot of people got their different motivations for why they do what they do. So yeah, I agree. It ain't necessarily satanic. So I wasn't trying to make necessarily that connection per se, but just like I said, the Hollywood, the whole thing was a gimmick. The whole thing was like not as it is. And the more thing is just the idea that you do have to, and I'm still, again, Mr. Keep It Simple's phrase, but he's correct. You do have to get in position to get in position. You do have to do something strange for a little change. And if you happen to be a heterosexual male, you might have to get gay for play. That's real life out here. And I don't think that everybody necessarily and yeah, if you want to make the argument that Satan was working through them, that's a different proposition. Fair enough. I wasn't necessarily trying to make the angle, but I was just trying to say, I was just saying the whole facade of the Hollywood industry. Shit, it was built on prostitutes. The first actresses was prostitutes back in the tens and shit. Before they had talkies, they were just prostitutes. So I'm not saying, some of them were into witchcraft. I don't mean the whole thing. I don't think it was as. I don't necessarily think those worlds were as woven tight as they are now. You said in the 50s, all the way in the 70s through the 80s. I think I could definitely say the 80s is probably too late. Maybe even the 70s, especially for music, because you hear about. I think there's a reason we had. If you look at between the 70s and the 90s, it was several things. One, corporate radio didn't exist like it did. So a lot of radio was still independent up until the 90s, right? Which means if you live in New Orleans and you got a guy named Percy Miller, he can get his songs played on radio in New Orleans. Or if you are in Memphis and you got DJ Paul and all those guys and gals, Gangsta Boo, you can get your shit played in Memphis without having a record deal. If you're in Houston, you can get your shit played by the radio. And I'm going with hip hop, but that goes for the rock station. I mean, how many independent rock artists, if they could get that shit on what was it, the shit out of LA, KRX or whatever the fuck it was, it didn't matter if they was on the label. Ask the Offspring. They weren't on a major label. They sold like 10 million albums. because there was still a lot of independence, so you couldn't really do what you do now because everything was through radio. And if a motherfucker just in that locality figured a way to get on radio or college radio, then you could be an independent label or independent company, and they had to deal with you. So that's why I think one of the reasons, looking back, we can say why we had so many one-hit wonders in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I think motherfuckers were able to get that first hit organically or with a little bit of label help, and it's like, hey, do you really want to be a star? Well, you're going to have to bust it wide open if you want to be a star. And I'm not just saying that off of just the strength of that. There's a guy on YouTube, I couldn't tell you what his name is, but he talks about what it was like when he got his band. It was a rock dude. He got his deal, and one of the execs propositioned him. He told him no, and that was pretty much it. So, but they were able to release the album still. They had the album drop, even though it didn't drop with as much promotion as whatever. But it just shows you could get a deal without necessarily giving up the butt. But how far is you gonna get on that deal? That's the multi-million-dollar question. You know what I'm saying? So I think after they had the corporate radio, they could do everything. Now you can't even get in the door. And then you got Live Nation. Everything's now so much more consolidated where, you can still go to local venues. You could just be a local artist. There's fucking cover bands that talk about, man, I was making like $1,500 a show just being a cover band in the 90s in this city that was just so crazy for music. Or even $500 a show, who cares? And because live venue, and there was a lot of more independent live venues, it wasn't a Live Nation. Yeah, Ticketmaster existed, but it didn't have the same monopoly over. They had monopoly over the big venues, right? The stadiums and the 1,500 and 2,000 plus, and they didn't have a monopoly on all of them. But now they got a monopoly. You can't even go to a fucking bar, my guy. You can't even go to a bar while having to deal with Live Nation and or Ticketmaster. That's some shit that, antitrust law just shit at the bed that day. Shit the bed. Actually, let me go back to your comments. I'm rambling. Hey, Soul Assassin, wait down. You can still see the AM station in your yard big enough antenna. It's easier not. That's the converse, though. You're right, Soul Assassin. It is easier not to get your music out on social media. But social media it can be easier said than done, right? It takes a while to get your social media stuff going. So let me see. I think some of the satanic imagery, I think both ways. I think there's some of it is that, and they definitely leaned on. You look at the Trippie Redd, you look at, what was the guy they kicked out of the industry for being straight? We keep talking about him. Lil Nas X. Yeah, they definitely were leaning into the edgy teen thing, but I also think the more subtle shit proves some of these motherfuckers at these companies absolutely believe in Luciferianism and absolutely believe in Satanism. They absolutely do. So multiple things can be at once, but they definitely, the late 2000s, the SoundCloud era with some of these rappers, they were definitely leaning into it for that edge. You know what I mean? They definitely have been leaning into the Illuminati as a thing and as a, unspoken thing. There's definitely some of that into the market. I can't lie to that about that. And now I'm going back into things, so sorry if I missed some comments. Soul Assassin asked, the question is, now that it's come to light, will anything be done about it? Of course not, unfortunately. Soul says, since you dildo. Chappelle talks about a dress, and he was in the dress and Men in Tights. Yeah, going back to Weinstein, didn't even care about the money. The power of the vag. And you're right, Debo said you'll never get him in a dress, and Debo, he ain't here. May not be related. Debo was also a big dude, and we know he was like a freakishly big dude. And freakishly big dudes, sometimes that heart gets freakishly big. And I don't know if he died of a heart attack, but I'm just, I would have to check. But, You get when you're like 6'5", 340 pounds, and no body fat, like you just something like that. You know, it could be a cool thing. You know, he was a wrestler, he was an actor, he was all this stuff, but it could also mean, man, bodies like that ain't really meant to exist, and they ain't really got that long on earth. So I don't know about Debo's situation. I had to look into it. Shakespearean era, the actresses, men. I knew what you were saying though. Type, oh, holding the baby Cosmo. Yeah, how many little young ones do you have? And it is going back to the social media thing, so it is easier. I mean, we're about to find out how easy it is for me when I actually start promoting it. We'll see how it works. This is what I'm hoping to be. So a lot of bands in Texas just tour the state that make a good living. And Texas is unique that you can do that. You can probably do that in Cali and maybe the Northeast as a whole. But yeah, that's hopefully Texas like synth pop. We're about to find that out. Easier to get it out, harder to get hurt. That's a great way of putting it, since you do though. 42. You ain't got 42 kids. That'd be crazy. Soul Train was legit. You know what? Soul Train was actually kind of independent too, because he had apparently he owns the rights to all those performances on Soul Train. He has some rights to them. So that's another guy who may or may not have I think he was allegedly deleted himself. Well, he had some I tell you, when these motherfuckers be having rights and shit and have ownership or something, strange things happen to him, man. Strange thing happened to him. London had a big pirate radio scene. Dudes were playing tennis and tower blocks, legally transmit the music. Shit, regular radio wouldn't play grime and dubstep. That's cold as fuck. Oh, he lost a lot of weight. Good for him. Yeah, I do know that he found God. Shout out to Abu Nas dropped the album. I didn't know that. Shout out to Abu Nas. You got 3-1 here. Okay, I was finna say, god damn. Shit, NBA Youngboy got like 12 kids. And I think he's from Louisiana. I don't know. Maybe he's from somewhere else. I think he's from Baton Rouge. What's wrong with your Louisiana motherfuckers? It's one of these other motherfuckers got like 12 kids. I think Tyreek Hill got like 10 kids. God damn. Like, so 4 compared to that ain't that bad. I mean, you know, kids is a blessing and all that. Pirate radio, the best radio. That's probably cool. I worked at a college radio station once. But I'm going to check out Abu Nas, see if it's a cool project. I've been meaning to check out Alchemist project too. I'm behind, but hey, I did get some music done today. I'm trying to maintain just working on something every day. If I can do that, and this stream is late because I got a workout in. I'm not even gonna say where because you guys have a joke about that, but got a workout in, so that's cool. Happy about that.
Mission accomplished.
12 kids, 12 baby mama. Hot take. You know, I heard it. It's all right. It's overproduced trash, but I like it. It's cool. You know what I mean? Listen, I ain't about to tell nobody to keep doing music. So LL want to do music. It's cool. I mean, I think both LL and Eminem got fans that's, Eminem fans probably my age. I guess Eminem got like younger immigrant fans and shit like that apparently, or younger fans that can't speak English. Allegedly, that's a thing that he's dealing with. What am I supposed to do? There's a star. Oh shit, missed it. I need the cap? Oh, fuck it. Oh, yeah, let me just grab it. Just in case it fucks things up.
Mission accomplished.
what said by the end of your run, only 37? Oh, so we're the exact same age. Haven't listened to the album. Always apprehensive about old legends putting new music. I understand. Of the new songs that Eminem dropped, which I haven't listened to his album either, the one with what's his name, Baby Tron and Lil Big Sean were cool. That was the coolest one. That first one was so cheesy. I'm like, man, this shit shouldn't even exist. That shit should have stayed in the hard drive, my guy. No disrespect. Oh, fuck it. Oh, fuck it.
Mission accomplished.
One of your kids, she's a toaster. Think she's a toaster? I mean, that's what kids do. That's what kids do. I hope it's not permanent. A Nutella warrior. Nega bunnies. What's a nega bunny? Like from the nega verse? Like, what the hell is that? Oh, LL's new album. Okay. Yeah, I get that too. Being apprehensive about him. Obviously, legendary hip hop artist, made a bunch of classic stuff. And I mean, he did keep up with the eras fairly well for, to a large extent. But you do say, do you really want new music from LL? But I mean, Method Man seems to, he's released new music, new features, and his stuff is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Man, how the hell did I get up this thing? I know Method Man's younger than LL, and obviously Ghostface. There's an example of artists who have been able to, obviously they both Wu-Tang Clan members, who are noted for being some of the better MCs ever. Still, the point we're made is, there are artists who are able to make good music into older age. Obviously, Nas has had a good run. None of that necessarily means LL is going to be good or that his style is going to translate as well as those other artists. But just saying that it's possible, right? Shit. Oh, fuck this. No, sick of this shit.
Mission accomplished.
Bro, white women can be ratchet, yeah. Method Man, Redman team. I don't know if they still do. I know they went on tour, or they had a show. Was it Summer Jam Hot 97? And I guess the youth didn't really relate to it, and they were a little upset at that. I remember that. That was this year, I believe. I don't know if they got any new music out though. But yeah, they were pretty good in the best. They were pretty good in their primes. And they still solid, make solid music now. At least from what I've heard, just like freestyles and shit like that from both of them, honestly. And then Method Man, he'll mess with a lot of the newer artists in a similar vein. I guess you want to say New York style artists. Unfortunately, yeah, but I don't think they've made any new music. Yeah, they'll do tours and stuff like that. And I think there was a Wu-Tang tour a few years ago that was pretty noteworthy. I think Wu-Tang and Nas, and I think Redman joined for some of it. But I don't think even Method Man was on all of it. And I think that was actually kind of a thing that was fairly controversial. Ooh, hold on. Oh, fuck this game. Yeah, did you know that Redman's one of the, and they were mad at him for that? because they use rented cribs. That's the, I don't know if you knew that. Some people knew, some people didn't. Some people, as soon as you hear, oh, well, duh, that makes sense. Some of these artists didn't even blow up like that. But they would use rented cribs for most of the artists, so it was fake. And Redman was one of the few artists who didn't want to do that and just showed his real crib, which he apparently still owns. So, yeah. Shout out to Redman. And that made it probably the most iconic crib. You know what I'm saying? Because he just showed how he was really living. Which, kind of proves, man, the whole hip-hop industry has been such bullshit, man, for so long. Even in its quote-unquote heyday, it was still bullshit. It was still this fakeness. Everybody's a billionaire super thug. It's like, no, everybody isn't, for fuck's sake. And so that, you know what? Shout out to the 2010s era, which, some of it was kind of after the era, some of the era I wanted to be in, but it was a lot less of that. Not saying it was none of that, because obviously it really was, especially the early 10s era. And I'm not even just talking about just the J. Cole, Kendrick, I'm not even just talking, but just artists in general. You had Currency, you have other motherfuckers like does anybody remember the Cool Kids? That's the late 2000s more than the 10s. But just artists just talking about whatever the fuck. Mac Miller. Everybody wasn't trying to kill you in a goddamn song, or wasn't a dope dealer or a dope. Well, they did replace him with the dope heads, unfortunately, because then you had the future Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD was pretty talented, but still, that became the new trope. But still, it's just like, man, this is all built on fraudulence. It's all fake. It's all fake and unsustainable and unreal and cliche and overdone to death. It's overdone to shit, just to the point where it's like, I don't know. And I don't want the true school real hip hop heads, because they full of shit too. Or they rap about how this is real hip hop. Like, no, say suck a dick. This is real boring. This is real boring, and you're not Guru, and you're not DJ Premier, and you the producer and the MC both suck. This isn't fun, and nobody wants to hear it, and you don't deserve anyone to listen to it. But I mean, I don't even know if that's still a thing. Shout out to Griselda, Your Old Droog, and other artists with their own different styles. I don't think that's still a thing. Ka. And I know you may say, well, these artists don't even sound similar. But in many ways, they kind of have taken the mantle of New York hip hop. And for a while, New York hip hop was centric on that. Or New York style hip hop. It may not always be from New York, but just that quote unquote true school shit. Trash. Let's see. Okay, I'm missing back. Yeah, Redman kept real MTV Cribs. What about South African? Are Croatians Caucasian? Dildos who chill to be South African, yeah. Saw a video, seeing how fake Cribs were. Yeah, lots of celebs didn't want to do it. Yeah, Crib was completely fake. Last year you heard from Meth was his feature on Marion Craft's track. Good shit. Yeah, I heard he's got some good features recently. Sick of rappers? I kind of am too. But the people who own the house used for the exterior shots of the Kardashians sued them for damages because people kept trying to break into their house. Nobody asked them for permission. Wow, they just used pics of a random house. Wow. I'm a Balkan boy with chill till we ain't. Was it Criss Cross? Did they have a lip sync? I remember Rock Marciano. I always forget Rock Marciano, but he really is the godfather of this modern movement. I remember not Criss Cross. Who was it? Girl, you know it's true. Who the fuck was that? Blame it on the rain. Oh my God. Somebody's gonna tell me. And yeah, New York was lost for a while. Milli Vanilli, god damn it. I'm sorry, it took me fucking forever. I'm like, who the fuck made that song? Milli Vanilli's, and they got caught lip sync. I remember that. I don't necessarily remember Criss Cross, even though apparently Y'all know the song "Jump Around" from House of Pain? Yeah, you finally got Milli Vanilli because it took me a while. Apparently, "Jump" was based on that. That song was something around. They tried. I don't know which came out first, like officially, but that song was just one of those songs that was around in the industry, and Jermaine Dupri heard it and tried to make his own version of it. So that's some lore to that. And, you know, that's another common thing by the music industry. That goes from back in the day, people listening to your demo tape, and if they like your shit, they just bite your shit. Shit, Quincy Jones said Michael Jackson did that. I haven't heard nobody come out and say, you know, complain about it, but even though I don't know what Quincy Jones, what type of time he was on that fucking interview. Okay, let me show this fucker. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Got the health. Get some coins. Eat that. I'm trying to get the 100 coins, by the way, so that's why I'm going through all this rigmarole, so to speak. So I don't need to get every single coin all together, but I do want to get most of them. Man. There we go. Gus for Breaking Bad's on Do the Right Thing? I did not know that. Shout out to Gus Fring. What's his real name? Esposito? Giancarlo Esposito, I believe. Something along those lines. I did not know he was in Do the Right Thing. But I haven't seen Do the Right Thing in so long. But hey, appreciate you being here, Fizz, if I haven't said that already. I mean, you're always here with the information, the info we need to know. Leave the window in case you come back, but it's unlikely. One angry sound of baby. All right, peace out. Giancarlo Esposito. Shout out to Gus. Fun chat, but he's gonna it's time to be productive. All right, peace out, wait down. Chris Cross had that one hit, they stole it from House of Pain. Yep. People lip sync. It's him too. So I didn't know they had a lip sync thing, but yeah, people lip sync all the time. And then they use auto-tune, or I don't know if it was yeah, I don't really know nothing about him outside of his acting. So I didn't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. People don't just wake up one day and become superstars. They usually been acting for a minute. And then once they blow up, like, oh shit, he was in this. He was in that. That's how it goes. Hopefully there's enough coins in that motherfucker for me. This is not. This is gotta sell. Actually, I don't think I need you anymore. But remember, everyone had auto-tune. People still do it. Shit, I'm about to do it. The fuck? But yeah, T-Pain was kind of first. Well, the very first time I heard it was Only God Knows Why by Kid Rock. That was one of the early versions. And then Cher did a song that had it. But you talk about exclusively used it as their style. Yeah, I would put T-Pain. I was the first one to do that. Then Kanye started to do it. And everyone started to do it. And like I said, I'm about to do it because I can't really fucking sing. Now I say auto-tune. Obviously, it's not always auto-tune. Melodyne exists. There's other different auto-tuning things. A lot of dolls have a house auto-tune. So I using the phrase, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the same program. But apparently for like The Voice and for there's a channel that talks about, man, that was pretty easy to get all those stars. There's a channel that talks about that shit. That is not auto-tune. That is a different effect that's been around since the 70s called the talk box. I actually have one. Frampton Comes Alive is one of the first uses of that. It's similar because it gives you that robotic effect. And a lot of people will, if you don't know no better, you just conflate them because why the fuck else would you know? You know what I mean? But it's a different effect altogether. And that, like I said, that's been around since at least the 70s, maybe before then. But Peter Frampton, one of the first users of that. And then the second user was Roger Troutman himself, who was featured on California Love. But he had used it with his band Zapp and Roger. That's kind of where he was using it the most. So yep, there wasn't really auto-tune. But yeah, I like talking gear. I like kind of talk about shit like that anyway. Speaking of gear, shout out to Mark's Music Emporium. I may mess up, or Musicology Emporium, whatever it is. He just dropped a tutorial on Studio One. I think he might have did that for me because I was in his comments saying thoughts of different DAWs and thoughts of because anyone who watches me on Synthwave Saturday Night knows I have a love-hate relationship with Reaper. It's the DAW I've used the most in my lifetime, but there's a lot there's a lot to be desired, and so I'm thinking about either switching DAWs or using multiple DAWs. Just because the process sometimes is so just takes so long. Though to be fair, that's not always the worst thing to take my time. It's just this is a start. Not the worst thing. Bitwig's another one. There's a few good DAWs. Bitwig, he did a tutorial with Studio One, so I'm gonna check that out. I'm not saying he did, but I did say something in the comments. Studio One, Bitwig. There's Harrison Mix Bus. There's a few, and obviously the classics like FL Studio. I've given Reaper a reason, which is probably the DAW I've used the second most in my life. I've given it all the good years of my life. I'm done with that. There's a lot to like about Reason. There was a time where it was the best house. Had the best house software as far as synthesizers and effects, and the best routing. And I still like the way the routing works on Reason, where you could hit tab and flip it open. But it just didn't. It was cool for the era where every DAW didn't have VSTs, and every DAW, it took them forever to get VSTs. And last time I checked, it wasn't implemented the funnest, and it was just. It was cool for the 2000s. It's not so cool for the now. But that could be changing. That could have changed. I haven't used it in a while. I still have some fond memories of Reason though. And it definitely still has a lot of advantages. And definitely is one of those programs that teach you how real equipment works. And it deserves some credit for that. Wait, is this the same one I just got? I think so. Yes, it is. PreSonus is moving on to subscription miles. Keep out. Moving to subscription. Oh, man. I guess that should be a surprise to no one. It's the way of the fucking world. Everybody wants to try to get that damn subscription dollar. God damn. Well, then, that, I guess I'll check it out. Because, I had an interest in it. Studio One. There's another one I'm not thinking of that's not Bitwig, that's not Studio One, that's kind of in a similar thing. And I've heard those compared to Reaper. It's not just those DAWs themselves. Because one thing, Reaper has a lot of routing flexibility, and a lot of even automation flexibility. That it's fairly simple. You know, I suck at it, but it's not the hardest thing to get that shit going. Now simplicity. I mean, Jesus. It's like every time I use Reaper, I gotta still use a tutorial to find something. Oh man, everybody. I know a lot of companies. Just we talked about. Everyone wants to be Netflix. Everybody wants to have a streaming service. Auto-Tune technically has a subscription model. For some reason, they just have been very kind to me and not charging me anything. I've heard so many people talk about Auto-Tune's customer service. I can't relate. They've been incredible to me as a customer for just not even having a real version. I bought an old version years ago, upgraded for like $40, and they've given me 2 free years. But they technically do have a subscription model, and a lot of companies have subscription model. I used to have this. I don't do enough more because I got enough plugins. I got enough processing to last the rest of my natural life. But what was the shit? One of these plugins had a subscription model. Obviously, not Auto-Tune. What you call it? Pro Tools has a, I think, subscription model. Adobe has a subscription model for all its products. So the people who use, I think Adobe might offer a full license as well. So don't quote me on that. It might not just be a subscription. Oh man. Streaming is the new cable. Yeah, I noticed that. I was watching a commercial for like Hulu Plus. They're like, "Oh, you get 90 channels." I'm like, man, you used to get like 100 and something with cable. Like, it's a scam. It went backwards. Everybody, the streaming only worked when everything was on Netflix to me. And even then, they wasn't making no money. But that's when it was worth it, because everything was on Netflix. Now everybody has their own streaming service. Now everybody has cable, or like you said, it's basically, it is cable. Man, I'll just have to come back and get the 100
Mission accomplished.
coins. Check Bitwig. Well, I'm gonna have to check it out. I will check it out. I'll probably check out tutorials and check out their pricing thing. But there is another fucking DAW that I can't think of that is in the same vein as Bitwig. I mentioned Harrison Mixbus and Studio One. It's not Cakewalk. You know, one of those legacy ones. I can't think of it. I really can't. But yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I mean, I'll probably finish the next 2 projects with Reaper, just because, you know, you go with what you know. But I can definitely, I'm already planning future stuff. I'm in a pretty excited space for music. I'm actually kind of. I'll check out Bitwig. I've tried Ableton. Ableton is pretty expensive too. You know, and I know you could just crack it. I'd really rather not. That's one of the advantages of Reaper as well. It's so cheap. So I really don't want to, you know. I feel like I'm too old to crack software. You know. I'll check out Bitwig. I wish I could. I might have to just look at a list of DAWs. Like, what is the other DAW that is touted similar to Bitwig? Maybe it is the Studio One. Remember Netflix had Batman Beyond, Pepperidge Farm does. Yeah, they had the Justice League. They had a bunch of stuff. They had a bunch of stuff at one point. But now you got to go to HBO. Oh, no, it's just Max now. They rebranded. It was on like a. I forgot, didn't DC have like DC Direct or something, which had a lot of material, and then they put a lot of that shit on HBO Max. Am I making that up, or did that really happen? Fire to that ass. Man, maybe I could have got 100 coins on the side. Oh, well. I vaguely remember, yeah, FL Studio. Which I might, may switch back to that. I haven't used FL Studio since it was Fruity Loops. Or maybe right after they made the change. It's been that long. Have a subscription to Pirate Bay, right? Man, if you want to listen, if buying isn't ownership, then pirating isn't still. It's that simple. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys want to do all these little jank-ass subscriptions and all this other stuff, that's fine. It's your business. I can't stop you, but I'm not gonna pay for it. I don't have the time. Listen, we've already established. First off, one thing is establishing the lore of Vigilante. I've already spent way too much money on music shit throughout my life. I still love it. I don't necessarily regret it. You know what? I probably should have still kept this water higher. I'm trying to get it lower for there back there. Keep it high enough just to fucking get to the fucking cannon. But so I already spent too much money as is. I don't really need anything. The idea of paying a monthly fee for my hobby, I get, I may do it with TrackLib just for the few months that I'm producing stuff, just to clear samples and shit like that. We'll see how that process works. But I mean, that's a very specific thing to just like, all right, have full ownership of this music and be able to. I mean, that's the main thing, to have full ownership of the sample-based music. That's the whole reason I'm gonna use TrackLib. In any event, Google. Oh man, you didn't know about that, man? It's making me feel old. Just borrowing without permission. But yeah, they want to charge all this crazy amount, and then fuck just charging shit. How much lost media are they creating? Because everything's got to be digital. There's so much lost media. That's like a massive thing. I know. Didn't one of the, I guess one of the magazines, just created a bunch of lost media. One of the gaming magazines from back in the day, because they used to have like their archives online, and they took them down. And so I get it, how many people really give a fuck about gaming magazines now? Just the old farts like me care. Fair enough. But the media is still lost. And it is sometimes cool to look back at what motherfuckers were doing in a certain era. You know what I mean? Magazines, you just want to talk about, I get it, as an art form, it's pretty much dead media, right? But still.
Mission accomplished.
I don't know. That's something I gotta research. That's a very good question. That's a very important question to know the answer to. Because if not, then there's really no point. I might as well just jank it out the whole thing. That's the whole point of fucking paying for it. So we'll find out. I do gotta research that, and I need to get that shit in writing. That's a very good question. Actually, where the hell is the thing so I can lower the water? Looks on the other side. Okay, let's not drown. Oh, I do remember demo disc that came. Yeah, that was fun. Being able to play a demo, which I guess they do still have demos now, but that was fun. Those demo discs. I miss that. You know, I know I'm a nostalgic guy, but I miss magazines. I miss that whole art form. I hope physical media just doesn't die out altogether, man. I think physical media. Oh shit. Such a cool thing, and as much as I get it, digital media has so many advantages, but I mean, we see the big disadvantages. It doesn't persist. It can be changed. A movie can be edited, and now that edit is now the new version of it, and unless you have the physical copy of the way it was, it's gone. Or a movie can just be lost if it doesn't have commercial value for some reason, or if it's thought of not commercially valuable to the corporate overlords, then it just disappears from the earth, and only those who know about it, and people can't discover new great films, you know what I mean, or great films, great games, great albums, great whatever. So sometimes you think back to good times when shit was still good. Yeah, Disney's definitely doing it. Yeah, they definitely are killing it. They definitely want to kill physical media, and they will. Let's hope they don't succeed. I don't know. I mean, vinyl has proven, and they sell vinyl at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So they've proven that you can take something that was once thought of as archaic or obsolete, and it can make such a comeback. Like I said, vinyl sells at Walmart. The Walmart near me sells vinyl. So, yeah, it's usually new vinyls like Taylor Swift or whoever else, Ed Sheeran or whoever. But it doesn't matter. It's still a physical copy of a physical album being sold in 2024 at a major fucking retailer. That's something. That's proof that, you know, there's still a demand from people, whether they be super fans or whoever, for this content. And like I said, I think that's very relevant and very, you know, cool. And it's a symbol that physical media may not die. And again, the people who are buying Taylor Swift's physical copy of her album, oh yeah, they're super fans, but they're not super old. They're not my age. I mean, there might be some wine aunties buying that. That's my age, but you know what I'm saying? They're probably between the ages of 16 and 28 at the oldest. Like I said, it's probably some wine aunts my age buying a new Taylor Swift on vinyl, but it proves you can get people who didn't grow up. None of these people would have grown up with vinyl, even the wine aunts. But they still will buy it. It all has its place. Digital for on the go, physical for at home. Yeah, physical will survive. People getting tired of digital way. Not only people, I don't see how these companies can make money off of streaming and digital media. I don't see where the money is. Part of the reason we had so many great movies and comedies used to exist off of this premise too. What happened is you used to put a movie out at the theater, and you didn't used to spend $800 trillion to promote it either. You put a movie out at the theater, you would spend, let's say you spent $15 million to make some comedy, you spend another $10 million to promote it. You wouldn't spend the same budget exactly, but you know, you spend another $10 million, so you made all in $30 million budget, all in $25 million budget. And then what you do, if the movie, let's say the movie came back and all it made was $20 million. It didn't even make his money back. Well, you get to sell it to the rental places. You get to sell it to, I mean, now we have streaming. You get to sell it to Showtime, HBO, Stars, or Cinemax. You get to sell it internationally. You get to also sell physical copies, be it VHS or DVDs. So once you did all that, you might have made $50 million from the movie, and you didn't even make your budget back at the box office. But you had something else to give that movie a chance in case it was a sleeper hit, in case it's one of a, you know, and I say comedies, shit like The Shawshank Redemption didn't make his money back at the box office in its initial run. So this is just something for comedies, even great classic movies like that. You know what I'm saying? And could you have, you know, luckily that got his recognition as a great piece of art, you know, from all these years. But could you imagine if movies like that just ceased to exist? You know what I mean? Because it's completely reliant on digital, and for whatever reason it doesn't get preserved. I mean, that's insane, but it's absolutely a plausibility. And that's what makes the digital only thing so fucking scary to me, man. It's like, man, there's a lot of material that just now we risk not even existing. Oops, that was shitty. But we'll see. I think there's gonna be something, man. A lot of films found success as rentals. Yep. Even went on to be franchised like Tremors. Yeah. How can we start selling movies on flash drives? How would they play out? Or can we? That's a very good question. I know. That's a very good question. Same could probably be said about games. And I know there's some people will sell. We're talking about physical media for music. You can buy flash drives of some independent artists' albums. That's a very good question, though. Flash drive movies. Could that sell? Could that be a medium? I don't know the answer. I don't want to say no. I think it could. It may not be, but it certainly could. And I think, man, I wouldn't mind that for games. I would not mind that for games, but the problem with that is, well, what's ready at launch nowadays? If anything. In this day and age, nothing at launch, so it's got to be patched out. Even with the games that have physical media attached to them, it's still not the version of the game that would be the most up to date. So that's a issue with games per se, but with movies, that's an interesting question. If you're asking me, would I buy a flash drive physical media movie? Yeah, I would. I don't necessarily know that other people would. With movies, that's a little bit, you know, something that can exist in perpetuity. I would be cool with that, personally. Especially if the pricing is similar to what Blu-rays and DVDs is. I would be cool with that. But I don't know that everyone else is going to be. I used to download movies on your PC to put them on CD. Yeah, I used to do that. That's how I found, I had the whole, I've said this many times, Batman the Animated Series and the whole Timverse, basically. I think I had bought Superman, but, you know, Batman, Justice League. I did not have Batman Beyond. That's one thing I was missing. And Static Shock, I was missing that. Oh, shit. Ooh, just beat his ass. There's a will, there's a way, yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Trying to get BTAS on DVD. Should be able to find it. So we're getting close to that 120 mark. Yeah, an hour. Okay, we'll keep going. But I wonder. I wonder. That's a good question, Fizz. That's a good question as far as physical media like that. You know, flash drives. Not just for movies, but a lot of different mediums. I brought up games. Games, like I said, now, with them not dropping launch-worthy games or complete games at launch, the whole fucking concept is jacked up right now, unfortunately. Of physical media as a concept for games is jacked up because of the way they run now. So that's his own can of worms. Other forms, I would be cool with it, but I'm just me. Some people may not. But I mean, it depends. Shit, how the hell can he jump? Physical media also. I'm about to die. I don't know how he got to die. Another thing is, flash drives can hold so much more material. You might be able to sell a whole collection on a flash drive. You know what I mean? And then, oh man, I might check out the Penguin. He was raving about the pilot. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Is it a spoiler review? If it's a spoiler review, I'm gonna wait until I'm gonna watch it. It's probably an hour episode. I was thinking about that Penguin. The game industry is gonna go through another collapse. It has to. It has to go through another collapse. And ironically enough, Nintendo's the only one built to make it through again. Penguin is really good. It looked actually good from the previews. It looked like it was, you know, they can't fuck this up. So I'm gonna check it out. Haven't watched the Penguin. I haven't either. Maybe I'll check it out. And hopefully I can have something. I may check it out during work tomorrow or something. I don't know. That's nothing. I am so behind with material. I need to watch more. I know I watch a lot of shit on YouTube, and oh, damn it. Part of that's just because it's quote unquote safe to me. But I gotta do better with my consumption. I gotta consume more art. How you gonna be an artist if you're not consuming art? And it ain't always got to be music. I am starting to listen to a lot more music. But I'm behind on it. $30 on Blu-ray. That's dope. No spoilers, really. Okay. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm gonna check out the. I've been wanting to check it. I wanted to know if that was good. If he's raving about it, you're raving about it so far. So $30 on Blu-ray. You need to. Oh damn it, I'm dead. You need to go ahead and jump at it. I think I might have ended up purchasing it because I got a decent DVD and Blu-ray collection. Nowhere near my man 24. Shout out to Oswald. Wait for more episodes. See if it falls off. Got to be great for you to start watching more Cape shit. Well, it shouldn't be Cape shit, right? It should be a fucking crime drama. Especially, I don't know if you saw the Penguin they presented in the movie. Yeah, for the whole BTAS, you need to. If you got it, you should do it. And shit, if I thought I might have grabbed it for Blu-ray, I can't remember. I'll have to look through my stuff. Shout out to 24. I need to check on him, make sure he's good. But I know what you mean. I get it. I get that. But the reason I even say what I said is because the Penguin as the character already and the one they presented shouldn't need. Like, you don't need to. I mean, they probably will involve Batwoman. But yeah, it's organized crime. It's basically a mob story. So you can tell a modern. You should be able to do this with getting people. Let me try to phrase it to the best of my ability. This show should be such that even people who have no interest in Batman, if they're doing it right, this should still be good enough for people who don't care about Batman. Right? Because you can tell a Penguin story, especially if Batman's not going to be all over it, you know, all the videos, all the music shit, taking all the shine like Diddy. Then you should be able to create something where even if you are tired of capes, it should be still good. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch live TV. Penguin, one of the few shows kept your attention. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of TV because so much of it's so mediocre. Or, you know, sometimes, you know, I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I know I gave the first season a try, didn't like it, but then I've seen clips and I'm like, oh man, it definitely looks like I missed out on a good show and I should have checked it out. But it looks like it took forever for them to figure out what the fuck they were doing, which I get. A lot of shows takes, you know, a couple seasons to heat up. I mean, in general, it's just hard to know what you have. So you got feedback. Hey, Bob. You are here now. And I appreciate it. Just, if it stays a crime drama, that'd be great. I don't know how Batman feel. Well, listen. Fuck how they feel. I'm so sick of these nerds. They done ruined this. They done ruined the damn character for these nerds. Fuck how they feel. And yes, I'm a Batman fan, but I'm just tired of. I'm tired of Joker worship 1. He has a whole rose gallery that doesn't include the Joker. So everything doesn't have to be the Joker. So there's step 1. And I'm just tired of, we just want him dark, man, and it's gritty, and just, no, it's a fucking superhero. He's a fictional character. He should live in a fictional world. He's able to do fictional things. Plot armor is literally one of his superpowers. Listen, man, just, I don't know. The Batman people, you people, they piss me off sometimes. Okay, what's the other one? The Batman fans. You want everything to be dark and brooding and this, because I mean they really pissed me off with that last one. Ah man, the Joker only appears 4 times. The Batman's compassion of hell. Yeah, Joker, Catwoman all the time. Yeah, I would love to see Clayface or Mr. Freeze, a real Mr. Freeze. But the fucking Batman fans, Matt Reeves' Batman is super realistic. Well, no, it's not. It already isn't. They've already failed at super realism because he took a 12 gauge to the chest and ate it for breakfast. And, you know, spoiler for the Batman series. So that's not super realistic. And he fucking crashed his fucking wingsuit and he should have died. So he's already failed. This is not super realistic. That's what he's trying to do, but he's already failed. He's already failed miserably. There's not, and it's not in the world that me and you inhabit, and it's not intended to be, because it can't be, right? I'm sure that's what I'm sure he thinks he's making something really super realistic and hyper realistic and gritty and moody and all. But I'm telling you, no, you're not, my guy. Don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't. Oh, you're dead. No. My opinion, Marvel movies should be more realistic so they would match the comics. Fair enough. No Catwoman, but Cheetah, Wonder Woman. There's a YouTuber called Batfeed. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the Batfeed. Oh, you haven't checked him out? Oh, yeah, check him out, Bob Larky. It's cool. I'm sub to the Batfeed. He does these fictional retellings of Batman in like the 20s or 30s and shit like that, and different characters. It's pretty cool. There won't be superpower villains. Well, that's a mistake. That's a mistake, Matt Reeves. That's a mistake. You're not Nolan, and that was a mistake for Nolan. Well, it was cool for Nolan to do. But it's like, listen, it wasn't. Oh God, that Matt Reeves Batman film. Spoiler. All right, quick spoiler semi-review for the Matt Reeves Batman film. It has some cool things, has some cool ideas. It's not a total failure, but it insists upon itself, to quote Peter Griffin, talking about The Godfather. It really thinks it's some high art shit, and it's not. It takes forever to get going. It does not justify its length. That's trouble. That's issue 1. To be a 4-hour movie, it felt like probably 3 hours. I think it was actually literally 3 hours. So you're a 3-hour movie and you don't justify your length. We've already failed 1. That's problem 1. 2.
Not done yet.
2. Like I said, it's not really that realistic. It's not that realistic, and 3, they went along with the Joker's lore because Batman has a non-static lore where anything that happens in one medium may transfer over. See Batman animated series creating Harley Quinn. See the Nolan films giving Batman a tank and then that being a thing for the Arkham games and sometimes the comics. So when you do something in one little piece of media, it may show up in another. And you know what showed up? Batman's dad being a dick. And so now Batman's dad is the reason for crime in Gotham because he created $1 billion slush fund and was working with the mob. So he fucked up the whole part of Batman's parents. You know what I mean? Now they're just assholes. They're just rich assholes. So that thank you for that. Again, doesn't justify his length. And on that note, the goddamn third act switch where, again, spoilers for the movie, Gotham gets submerged, comes the fuck out of nowhere, out of fucking left field, as if it wasn't even part of the original film.
Not done yet.
Because the 40s there's a 40s version of Clayface. Oh boy, with no powers. Matt Reeves could have been cut in a lot of places in Twilight Boy. Yeah, mine of Clayface was better. Yeah, that was supposed to be a thing that they got killed because they were supposed to be getting rid of the mob. Man, but now they got killed because they were just a part of that mob life. And it's like, well, fuck that. That fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? And I think they should use superpowered villains. I'm sick. Batman is not a real, this was supposed to make him more of a detective, but he was a horrible detective. He was a horrible detective in this film. He didn't even know what the Riddler's real plan was, and he basically helped the Riddler do everything he wanted to do. He was horrible. He was not the world's greatest detective, nowhere near. And I don't want to hear, well, it's only year 2 or whatever. It's like, well, he sucked as a detective. He was a shitty detective, and so was Gordon. They both were shitty, and neither one of them should be. Gotham is in shambles if these two idiots are all Gotham has to keep it safe, because they're in shambles. Because oh my God, the fucking idiocy coming from those two. They're not gonna get it done, man. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for sure. The Question is supposed to be a more grounded detective. Yeah, they'll never make a Question movie. Read Batman Year One. He was not shitty. No, he wasn't shitty. And granted, Year One, I don't know what era it takes place, so some of the tech is lo-fi, so to speak, relative. And he was just stupid to me. And Batman makes mistakes in Year One, but he's not supposed to be shitty. And in this one, I guess they showed him in crime scenes, so that, I don't know, I guess supposed to add something. I don't know, man. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. And honestly, no, I take that back. It was terrible, man. It was actually kind of terrible now that I think about it. I get this one. Well, where the fuck is the other one? I got this one. And there were cool scenes. And then, me and Matt, speaking of Matt, we were supposed to make a review of the Batman. And I remember when we were talking about it, he brings up how, as cool as that Batmobile chase is, it makes no fucking sense. None. No sense at all. Because he kills at least hundreds of people, at least dozens. I'll give him dozens. In this massive explosive set piece with his fucking tanker jackknifes and blows up the fucking Gotham freeway or whatever freeway they're on. And then it's this cool little scene, and he gets to the Penguin, and then he asks him a few questions and he just walks away after causing this just massive destruction to fucking Gotham. Just massive amounts of destruction. But they use Nirvana, man. So it's good and stuff, man. Suck my dick. There it is. They use Nirvana, man. Kurt Cobain's in the Batman movie, man. Where the hell's that star? I gotta find this fucking thing. Batman knocking on the door. Or somebody brought up, it may have been Loki, somebody brought up how that scene that was in the trailer and one of the opening shots where Batman just announces himself basically walking towards those thugs and just no stealth, nothing, just walking directly in front of those thugs and just starts punching the one, and they all just stand around for a little bit while he beats the hell out of the one guy. Like, that's not really Batman's tactics. There's no stealth, nothing. Yeah, it would have been better for him to just show up at his second high place instead of blowing up a block. If all you were going to accomplish, like, he didn't even take Penguin in. Where the fuck did that star possess itself? That's not it, is it? Oh, shit. Batman Year 1 cut up the lights, turned off a candle, was like, I'm gonna fuck you up, you don't cut this bullshit. I don't fat need to know anything. Now I know what Huck Tour means. Welcome. You hate the dude from Twilight? I didn't hate him. I can't blame him. I gotta blame it on Reeves. And actually, that mask, I actually kind of like the mask because it doesn't look like him. It's one of the first Batman masks where if you recognize the actual person in it, it doesn't really look like them. You know what I mean? And I thought that was shout out to the costume designers for that. And he does an okay job for what they want to do. You know what I mean? He does what they tell him to do. So what more can you say? Shout out to, well, not shout out to Jay-Z, fuck Jay-Z. But Owlman's better since he wear the helmets. Huck Tour Bob. I still don't get what the appeal of the Huck Tour girl. I'll never understand why a silly joke had to go viral and now she has like an well, I understand why she has an agency because we live in a world, we live in a society, right? Speaking of joking, we live in a society and there are these like different agencies waiting to find somebody who does something to go viral and sign them up.
Not done yet.
Ghost Rider was the best disguise. Well, yeah, because of the CG and stuff. It's the internet. DC can't let characters be themselves. Yeah, Riddler can't be. That's another thing. Paul Dano, very good actor, right? And he played the character they asked him to play well. They didn't ask him to play the Riddler. They asked him to play a conspiracy theorist who was correct, and they asked basically Batman to play his goon without him knowing, proving that he's not the world's greatest detective. Like, Riddler clearly won. Riddler clearly wins, and that's he just obviously wins, and it's just a mess. Where is that star? Talking about not. Yeah, they did ask Jesse Eisenberg to play Lex Luthor. He played a better Riddler than Dano did, even though he was Lex Luthor. Man, Sister Dill, you said it. I didn't have to, man. I would the phrase "white woman" would never come out as much on this podcast if you wasn't here, Richard. And that's just I'm just being 1,000% real with you, brother. The phrase "white women" gets said on this podcast way more because of you. So even if you truly, genuinely do not like it, and maybe you in your head think you are, at least recognize you are a example of what resist persists. Basically, when you don't like something, but you hate watch it, or you bring it more into your life, even though you quote unquote don't like it. So if you genuinely don't like white women, for God's sake, if there's any, for the love of goodness and for goodness itself, you have to bring them up every fucking episode. If you do, I can't help it. It is what it is. The maniac we don't need, but the one we deserve. It took me a while to actually understand what that stupid ass quote meant. It's basically, we need Batman to basically be the villain right now, because we need to put all these murders on him, even though that doesn't make sense. I'm sure the people in Gotham knew he didn't murder those people, but which obviously Bane reveals in the movie. That movie is a nightmare, but I still love it because I'm the fucking Batman mark. But that movie is not considered, shouldn't be considered a great movie either. Mediocrity is celebrated across the board. It's the zeitgeist, yeah. TF2, TF1. You talking about Team Fortress? Because I wasn't a big Team Fortress guy either way, if that's what you mean. Wasn't surprised that the next villain, and Matt Reeves, Batman something gritified, a more slash face Joker. Well, Joker's already cast. He was technically in the film where Riddler is talking to somebody that's supposed to be Joker. I really don't want to see Joker much, man. That's one of my big issues with Arkham Knight. It's like Joker's dead and he's still not dead. It's like, we don't need Joker, man. I am all Jokered out. What the fuck? I am all Jokered out personally, man. Heath Ledger did a good job. What is where it is? That's enough, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't need 100 Joker movies. We don't need a Joker. Joker should absolutely not be getting a sequel. I can't believe this fucking movie. I thought it was something here besides death. The sweet embrace of death. I am mistaken. That's what I gotta do. Okay. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know what TF1, TF2, or TF1 is. I must not know, so I apologize. Martha Wayne Joker for modern audiences. I don't know what Retro Richard's talking about. They keep keeping the universe realistic, so the superpower villains are off limits. Smart sequel will be bro, I don't care about Diddy. I don't care about Diddy, that's why. Team Fortress 2, okay. See, I never played either of the Team Fortress. That's what I thought you meant. Or I may have played them, but I never got into them. So let me not say I never played them. But I never really got into the Team Fortress thing. Okay, now I know what I'm supposed to do. So my bad. But yeah, I don't care about Baby Oil and Diddy. I'm done with the story because the story took like 3 years to get going. I mean, goodness, we've known something about Diddy for a while, but even if you weren't up on shit, you've known for the past year and a half. It took forever for charges to get brought up. It took forever for this shit to finally go down, and now that it is, it's a big story. But I kind of could care less. I mean, yeah, we might still talk about it. Just like, you know, I can care less about politics, but it's big. You know, the election cycle is happening, so we're probably gonna still talk about it. So I don't want to totally bash it, but I could care less. If you're asking what I think of everything, I could give a fuck. I could give a fuck, man. I guess the only thing is, are we going to get more names? That's all it is. And are there going to be new names, not just the names we already know? Are there going to be names that we maybe didn't know, didn't hear? That would be the interesting thing. That's the only thing left. And I mean, I guess a trial might be interesting depending on who gets called and whatnot. That's definitely going to be a thing. And we're getting a different Batman for the James Gunn universe. Oh my goodness. Oh, Bob Larkin doesn't know who Diddy is. Well, I guess you know what? I don't know how old you are, but if you are, I mean, Richard knows because he's 19. But I mean, why the fuck would somebody under the age of 30 know who fuck Diddy is? What has he fucking done? What the fuck has he done to be known by this young generation? He hasn't done anything relevant for years. Keep pushing Harley. Listen, you know, shout out to Margot Robbie who to get that character over and get that cosplay over, because that Margot Robbie's Suicide Squad, that cosplay made DC a shit ton of money, and a bunch of fast ass girls, as my old folks would say, want to look like Margot Robbie, had their ass hanging out like Harley Quinn, and that gave that character new life where they otherwise maybe wouldn't have had it, right? And actually, I should have went to the big world, but yeah, man, they've kind of fucked that character up, because now the character they fucked her up and then had to make a new one, because now she's not Joker's girlfriend anymore. So then they made Punchline to just be Harley again. It's like, this is stupid. But yeah, I don't know. Life doesn't really matter. Yeah, she's Fizz, you said the same thing. She isn't a clown sidekick to the Joker anymore. She's just a painted up streetwalker. Yep. Margot Robbie, I think Arlene. No, listen, I like BTA as much as the next man. What made this character something that they are constantly pushing was I think she might have passed recently. So if she shout out to Arlene Sorkin, who did her voice, and that made her an iconic character for the fans. But Margot Robbie and that fucking cosplay sold that character to a new generation. The reason why, in what is it, a month and 5 or 6 weeks from now, and over the next 5 or 6 weeks, there's going to be a lot of Insta thoughts who look like Margot Robbie or look like Harley Quinn or look like, maybe they even use the BTA as Harley Quinn. But a lot of the reason they're still doing it is indeed Margot Robbie's portrayal in the Suicide Squad movies. And that's a lot of the reason this character persists as this very popular character. Whether you like that fact or not is a different thing. I'm just telling you what is. Because once that shit came out back, what was it, 2018, when the first one came out, that was edited shittily, which I never saw. But with the Joker with the stupid shit on his head, I forgot what he said, disease or some shit, with Jared Leto giving him maggot sandwiches allegedly, or whatever the fuck he was doing. That one. Yeah, whether you like it or not, motherfucking Margot Robbie made the character incredibly popular. I mean, you don't have to like it, but that doesn't make it untrue. And again, popular to a different generation who maybe otherwise it may not have been. She may not have been as popular. Where is this? Where the hell's the? That's perfect. I'm taking Margot Robbie over Jada Smith. Well, I think most people would, but even someone like you who's not a what's the instant thought? How old are you, Bob Larkey? Oh man, you know it's good to not know this shit. Oh, you found the Orange Box on Steam. Dope. That'd be worth a playthrough. It's been so long since I played that stuff. It's good that you don't know this stuff, brother. You are missing out on nothing. You are missing out on nothing by not knowing what the other stuff is. Yeah, you know what? Harley Quinn did get a cartoon before Wonder Woman. That's crazy to think. And it wasn't even a real cartoon. It was a fucking spoof. Whoa, you're youthful as shit, my guy. Oh man, FBI opened up. Holy shit. That makes me feel like so like, whoa. Cause I feel bad for cursing. I've been cursing up a damn storm. I just cursed there. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be cursing in front of the youth. You're like Gen Alpha. Whoa. I thought having Richard, he's 19. I'm like, damn, that's youthful. Cause I'm damn near 40, bro. So it's cool. But yeah, why the hell would you know who Diddy is? There's no way you would know who Diddy is. He's done nothing. He's literally done nothing in your lifetime. Nothing. So you wouldn't know who Diddy is if you're not following the little story. So yeah, you should know who a lot of these people are. Oh shit, don't get ate up. Damn, he ate me. Curse like you live on the farm. But that's what's up, man. Hey, enjoy your youth, man. Sucks you probably going to a public school. Those places are demonic, but enjoy your youth. I think Soul's probably my age. He might be a little younger, a little older, but I'm assuming between 30, you know. I just assume between 35 and 42. Oh, late 20s. So you younger than me. A little youthful. Well, that makes you feel better. Everybody here ain't just an old fart. No disrespect. I mean, I'm an old fart. But still, need the youth. Little youth movement. Pause. But no, I ain't creeping on you motherfuckers. I'm not Diddy. So it ain't like I'm saying nothing wild. But it is, you know. You want to set a good example for the youth. Y'all got so much, you know, bullshit out here. And I think one thing that we culturally have fucked up, to be honest, is that we don't really make stuff. Take BTAS. That was a very mature product, but it also wasn't something that relied on gore and sex and other shit to it was like, this is a mature product, but it is made for kids, but it's not going to be, you know, relying on all these adult themes as a way of selling it to kids. Like, as much as I love wrestling, what it was is a lot of 13-year-olds got to see all this shit that they quote unquote weren't supposed to see on a wrestling show. So that's what made it kind of cool for the 90s kids. But something like BTAS or something like X-Men at the time were able to still be able to, you can say, yeah, this is for kids, but at the same time, it's not something like, oh man, pussy, fuck. Like South Park even. So, you know, I don't know. I just don't want to corrupt the youth. It's cool that you're here, man. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully, you know, you like it here. We might talk about some other things, you know, like this bullshit selection process that may be like, oh, I don't care about, and I don't even care about all this stuff all the time. It's just, you know, it's the stuff that goes on. Even the Diddy stuff only happened because of this old record producer from the 90s who sucked and may have murdered Tupac and may have murdered Biggie, or at least know about what happened to him. Also may or may not have had a trafficking ring and may be involving people younger than you or your age, believe it or not. As sick as that sounds. So I don't need that. Hey LDG, yeah, we were talking a little bit about the Diddy stuff, because we got some youth here who don't know who Diddy is, and why would they? Because he ain't did shit in their lifetime. They made a secret website and a new book for Gravity Falls. The Book of Bill. I never heard of that. No clue why you were up. You and me both. Book of Bill Cosby. No, I should be sleeping too. Karen's got cable in 2014. You was 12. You was just watching Gravity Falls and a regular show at the time. You were summoned by my essence, maybe. The Gravity Falls Book of Bill. Check it out. Apparently, I gotta check out the fucking Penguin. Let's look it up right now. Right now, stop everything. No, please keep watching this stream. I need you to watch me. You ain't gotta do that. Totally unrelated to anything. But apparently they're pushing this Kai Cenat and I Show Speed something crazy, man. They had them in I was watching the Monday Night Football game. They were in some commercial with Snoop Dogg, which, I mean, Snoop is a corporate whore for real, but like, oh shit, apparently Kai Cenat and them pushing them back in here because we got to get 100 coins. So yeah. Alrighty. Kai Cenat's low key. Yo, I've seen a lot of. I think Kai Cenat maybe has done something straight. He's a perfect example of what Wes isn't here, but he's talked about the what you call it theory, dead internet theory, the idea that you have to be selected to get popular. With all the stuff that him and I Show Speed have done, I mean, on stream, I mean, humping each other. I think one of them, I think they were in bed with each other at one point. I already did all this shit. It's the wrong level. I Show Speed has flashed the camera. I think those two guys, they've done a lot of stuff on streams. Now maybe they just, you know, they're young, just want to do shocking stuff. That's also a possibility. I already know listen, I appreciate the skepticism, but I think they may have, because of how big their management teams are, and how big those that amp has gotten, it wouldn't shock me, unfortunately, if those young men have experienced some Diddification, so to speak. Because again, this isn't just Diddy, man. He's the guy guy that they're mad at right now, or they're going at right now. But this is how the entertainment industry has been ran traditionally. And YouTube and Instagram and Twitch are the new frontiers as far as platforms go. So yeah, some of these guys and gals have to get down with the get down to be. Now, does that mean everybody? No. Even though shit, we've seen some people that we know oh man, this show really sucks. And then all of a sudden they get a little bread. Not saying they had to give a little head, but maybe I don't know that they did or didn't. But, oh man, this show sucks. I can't wait to make a review. To all of a sudden, oh, that season wasn't this season's a return to form. We've seen that shit happen. So, you know, rather is guy give up the butthole or it's just the dough, whatever it is. There's definitely a part of even YouTube. Not every YouTuber that has success is taking it in the back door. But those two, I do think they are. Hope I'm wrong. Shit, I don't want to be right about that. And I probably should be saying that to the youth. But yeah, being famous is not that important, man. A lot of people who are famous took it in their anus. You know, Bill Cipher. I'd rather be a new mustache man, which is the goal. So I'm all caught up then. You watched the entire show, okay. Okay, you guys talking about Gravity Falls.
Mission accomplished.
At the end of the Warriors game, the Warriors getting Snow Bunny. Your favorite. So now we got most of these levels maxed out except this one. And then the ones, the two in the last room. You're not even lying. Mystery of the Monkey Cage. Let's go ahead. Actually, how come I can't switch the player right now? What the fuck? How come I can't switch characters? Oh, this is dumb. The reason I gotta switch characters is because I think I need to be Mario. Some stuff I gotta still be Mario for because it's just the way the game is. I didn't really get into Gravity Falls. That was kind of the time I started to get back into cartoons as an adult. When I was, you know, we had adult watching cartoons. Let me see, maybe I don't. I remember the last levels were pain in the ass. Yes, they are. Especially trying to get every star. We already beat the game on the previous stream. We're trying to get every single star. And if I can, I might say next star will end the stream. We might have to end it before then because it's already 3 a.m. Should be trying to sleep. See. He's not gonna take my hat. I don't have a hat. Maybe change him here. I really do not know how to do this. For some reason, it's just not letting me change characters. Setting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just take the mod off for now. I mean, I think I still can switch characters like to Luigi. Wow, let's play Waluigi. Why not? But I just need someone with the Mario build set. What was that to put you off the Gravity Falls? I don't know. I just didn't even give it a chance. Like I said, I get, Adventure Time and regular show. And, I feel like it was something else. But those are kind of the shows on that era that I kind of gave a chance. I think Gravity Falls maybe a little bit after that era. Like and subscribe, or long and subscribe. I appreciate that too. And then Richard's telling the story of the Warriors. What level are we at? Regular show was good, yeah. I like regular show. I didn't see the whole thing of Adventure Time. I like from what I saw. Watched regular show all the time when you was 12. Yeah, I've been me getting around the era I kind of got back into a lot of just back into cartoons in general. But no, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with Gravity Falls. I know it's ironically enough, going back to conspiracy theories and stuff, one of those shows that conspiracy theorists talk a lot about. Bill Cipher being one of the things. He's literally an Illuminati triangle. And then I think they both they have Fez hats on, which is like Shriners. And there's a lot of people in that space have something to say. But I mean, I didn't know all that shit when it was out. Am I dead? Yes, I am. Yeah, that was the era I really watched more cartoons, was the late 90s, early 2000s. You had like Pop-Up Girls, Johnny Bravo, Samurai Jack. And then you had SpongeBob, Kids Next Door. What was that shit? I didn't really like it. My little brother and stuff like that. I watched like Team Rocket or Rocket Power or whatever the fuck. I didn't like the Wild Thornberries. I thought that was kind of trash. And I'm just murdering Waluigi. If I lose all my lives, we're going to call this stream too, because I do got to get out of here. So either next star or loss of life for all the lives, we're going to call it. We're very close to 100. Oh, Jesus Christ. I swear I didn't do that on purpose. I would go an extra life. Just for how bad that was. Portal 2 or ever beat it. I don't think I beat Portal. I've seen the ending, speaking of auto-tune, because the robot singing and auto-tune at the end. But, that'd be a cool game to play on stream. And Portal's a short game. I'm trying to think... because I never owned the Orange Box. I think it was something we rented. Do you remember rentals? And yes, even in the late 2000s, rentals were still a thing. Shout out to Hollywood Video. Oh yeah, Rocco's Modern Life, Angry Beavers. Speaking of other shit like Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel for Cartoon Network. And Hey Sans, appreciate you being here. We are playing a little Mario 64. We're actually probably going to get out of here pretty soon. Oh, Jesus Christ. The next star or the next time I lose all my lives, which either could happen pretty soon. Should play Portal 2 on stream? Yeah, I probably should. It's a very fun game. Appreciate you being here. Thank you all the new people who have showed up since we started playing this. Oh, Jesus Christ! I think Waluigi is just cursed. I really just hope to get a star, so I don't have to play another thing. 'Cause I do need to try to get to bed. And sleep is one of my big issues. I probably could have lost more weight if not for my shitty sleep habits. Waluigi's always been cursed, right? That's what I'm seeing. I mean, his name's always been weird. Like, Wario just kind of fits. But Waluigi? The fuck type of name is that? Oh, shit, I'm fucking up. Oh, wait. You. I prepared a cannon for you. Insomnia can be a bitch. I don't even think I have insomnia. I just, I'd rather be up at night and sleep during the day. That's what it really, my issue. That's what my real issue is. Nocturnal by choice. How did you discover this channel? I think if quite a few people just probably looked up Mario and found me. Which, you know, these streams, I'm not sure if you were already here, Fizz. We were streaming Mario 64, the original vanilla version, when I was still in Charlotte a few years ago. And that's kind of what changed this channel into being a lot more game stream oriented, because we were able to have cool conversations and still play the game. And that kind of just changed. You know, we still every now and again talk politics, but we was a heavy political channel, heavy on the anti-woke train when we first started. There you go. You fucker. Fucker. Alright, let's just go on the loop. Popped on your feet. I see. And you weren't here. Okay. But yeah, we used to just rant about it's woke, and that got really boring and really old, and so I didn't know what to do. And I remember just, you know, in a little crew, and I still am friends with a lot of people. That's it. Jesus Christ. He still ain't got his hat. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give it another try. I'm gonna try to just finish this star off. So you don't think you were here either? Well, Bob, you haven't been here that long, I don't think. But yeah, I just for some reason, I don't know what it was about that game, just lent itself to being something I could check out the chat and still talk and still play, and it became a fun thing. And we played many a games. We were able to beat Spider-Man 1. We used to beat games. I think, did we beat all the Arkham games? Maybe we have beat all the Arkham games. Yes, 360 is absolutely retro now, especially because they recently closed up shop. I don't know if it's still, you know, but I know the 360 servers, I thought they got closed, or some part of them got closed. I'm not sure if it's like, oh Jesus, why do I keep doing this dumb shit? Yeah, I would consider the 360 retro. Shit, there's an argument the PS4 is now retro. And I left Xbox after 360. That was the only one cause I didn't have a PS3. But But I have a PS4 and I have a PS5 now. I will not be getting the PS5 Pro. I do not have a Switch. I may get the Switch 2. I'm not sure. It depends on the price point and the power. I will not be getting the Switch 2 or whatever it ends up being called at launch. I can tell you that much. I think consoles are kind of on their way out, unfortunately, by their own volition in many ways. Not like this, man. I can't believe they would charge as much as they're trying to charge for the PS4 Pro. What a mistake. Oh, Jesus Christ. What a mistake that is. And how they didn't know that's a mistake in this economy, especially for something that doesn't even look to be that powerful relative to everything. And, I mean, let's be honest. How many exclusive games does the PlayStation even have? How many games do they even have in general, let alone exclusives? I mean, it's just, we're in a market where games don't even come. First off, you know, for the past 10 years, we've been dealing with these incomplete games that launch. Now we're not even getting games at all. We're not even launching shit. And then you want me to pay $700 to not play games? To play games that don't exist? Are you crazy? And I'm a guy who can barely tell about different, like, oh, this is upscaled. I can't tell shit. These are the games I played in my youth. My eyes ain't that good. Like when people say, oh, that looks like it was recorded with a potato, I can't even fucking tell. Just all it looks cool to me. So I don't really give a shit about graphics. I mean, performance, obviously, when nobody likes frame rate drops and inconsistent frame rates. But still, you know, I have no use for a PS4 Pro, and even the people that do need a system that. Oh, jeez. He keeps trying to get me to kill myself. Oh. Thank you. Oh, man, I'll just go through this again. Fuck this thing. Got it. Oh shit. I finally got this hat, but hopefully I gotta climb up the fucking mountain to get to that little cage. And so I'll check out your comments in a second once I complete this shit. And actually, that's kind of another little side piece of lore, is me trying to continue conversations while actually playing the game. So that's, you know, kind of just became the gimmick behind these streams in general. And now this is kind of all I really do. I mean, I did release a video on Anthony Joshua. Then I just made a video. I didn't release it yet. But hopefully I can release it tomorrow. Asking, does anybody still want to see Anthony Joshua after all this? No! God damn it. Does anybody still want to see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder after that? Now they both seem to be on the tail end of their careers, which I said I do, but just, you know, for the sake of just saying it happened, even though it's well below what it could have been. So, you know, I'll make my videos about stuff, but that I still find interesting. But it's basically these streams. And so thank you guys for joining. You know, if anyone watches this playback, thank you for that, man. And I didn't even know these mods for this game existed until a couple weeks ago, so it's cool. So let's try to get to the opposite side and not get got by this fucking oh shit, and I keep accidentally clicking in the stick, which oh sheesh, it's Z. So come on, please don't fuck this up. Oh shit, don't fuck this up. Oh shit. I'm getting ready to quit this shit and call it a night, guys. This shit's driving me crazy. If I die, I'm calling it a night, man. I'm just tired of this shit. Okay, fuck it. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. All right, I'm about to I'm gonna still read your comments and talk for a little bit and read missed comments, but I'm done with this game. It's 2 hours. I need to be up in the morning despite me being up this late. But my sleep schedule is a nightmare anyway. So let's see. Your grandpa is coming over soon. Cool. Pitch him an idea that is a Windows early 2000s PC that doesn't need a keyboard because it's bullying. I don't know what that means. You don't think consoles will ever leave? We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's an argument that they won't because people still buy them. But as I can say, I'm playing this on the computer. I prefer computers. I've been doing computer gaming for a while. I mean, consoles still have their space. Where New Vegas may be considered a retro stream, yeah, it will be. Oh yeah, I do got to watch your guide before that. Please, go ahead and plug your New Vegas guide. While Luigi looks weird, hey, awesome one. He does kind of look weird. Mario 64 looks fine. Yeah, it does, even without an emulator or old TV. Retro Rich, I knew you was gonna say some bullshit. Every once in a while in the closet, you find your dad's 64 and boot up Mario 64 in the basement. That's dope. Yeah, it took me forever to get the damn hat. Cool, we could watch two dudes trying to box. Right. I did see Jay Uso winning the IC championship, and that he got a good pop. He got a good pop, so that must have been the right decision because people were happy to see him win. Either this is the exact same thing from a person I haven't talked to before, so I think I choose this option over socializing. Bro, I'm a grown man. I hate socializing. I don't know. I really do. I have a neighbor that's trying to be cool, and it's like, man, I don't even want to talk to humans, but he seems like a nice enough dude. All right, see ya. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Crash out, which I am a crash out at this point. You see, I think the game is avoiding the black balls, not trying to hit them. It is, but I'm tired of shit. Built in, okay. And what the hell is this that Retro Richard has? The Warriors. Shout out to the Warriors. Not gonna play that. Let's see what Fish Chozo has. I think this is a guide. See how to build a character in New Vegas. Everyone. Got over 100 views. Congrats on that. Congrats on that. Somebody said speaking to the mic. So I guess, yeah. Well, there's always going to be people who.
This is Fish Chozo again with another video. This one might be unusual for me, but I'm going to teach you.
I can still hear you. I don't know. I know a lot of people get really sensitive about perceived production value. Shit, I think some people didn't watch my boxing video because I used gameplay from this stream or these streams in it. And I think that just threw people off, so they just stopped watching it and didn't even listen to what I had to say. In any event, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I got to be up in like 4 or 5 hours or whatever it is. But I appreciate all you guys being here. We'll probably do a stream tomorrow. If I can get that goddamn Streets of Rage mod, it'll be that. But in any event, if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night. God bless. I will talk to all you guys later. Peace.